Patriarchy, finality, molebrander, space joker, pull it out, suck it all, constant drop, you don't need it, constant drop, you don't want it.
Hey everyone, this is the Patriarchy. So it's good to see you guys again, or I guess see you guys through this computer metaphorically as I'm talking. Whatever the fuck that means. We have a metaphysical connection right now, me and you. So, this metaphysical connection we have is what I guess some people on the left feel with the psychopaths like Jill Stein. Because Jill Stein went on this crazy fucking recount campaign where she raised a lot of money, and it's been nothing but a complete failure. And yeah, a waste of money, which is something people on the left love to do, just throw money around at useless shit. Now, once again, I'm not saying if you're liberal you're that way. I'm just saying a lot of these political people on the left, a lot of these politicians and activists, they don't seem to ever value anyone's money to be used for, practical things that could actually benefit us. It's always, let's do something that's kind of a cause we're going to pretend is noble, but it's really just I don't know what the point was, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of confusing. I've been trying to figure out Jill Stein's reasoning on this for a long time, but here's an article from USA Today. We'll use some snippets here to just talk about how much Jill Stein's failed to overturn the election results because of fraud. I've heard. I guess it was machines or something. They said some of the machines weren't working in some states, the voting machines. Validating the state's previous announcement giving Trump the win, it also leaves recounts in several other states without a hope of changing the outcome of the November 8th election of Donald J. Trump to the presidency of the United States. So this was late on Saturday. The Green Party withdrew its demand that the state of Pennsylvania perform a statewide recount. So they're not doing Pennsylvania now, which is one of the biggest swing states and was one of the biggest states Trump won to win the presidency. It was a big deal. PA hasn't went red in like a long time. I think it was 1988 or something, but it's been a long time. So it's a big deal. So con artist, which that's what USA Today is calling her. I'm not saying Jill Stein's a con artist, although I'd agree. And former Green Party candidate Jill Stein fleeced the alt-left moonbats for more than $7 million. The financial ruse, as it was announced, was to fund an election recount effort in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, according to legal documents, Jill Stein and her campaign failed to post the $1 million bond needed to challenge the election in Pennsylvania. The court proceeding scheduled for Monday has been canceled. Okay, so basically, Jill Stein needed to get $1 million so she could fucking get the recount in PA, and she couldn't get $1 million, although she's already raised money as is. Let me see if there's anything saying how much she's raised. Here's a statement from Jill Stein. This is yet another sign that Pennsylvania's antiquated election law is stacked against voters. By demanding a $1 million bond for voters yesterday, the court made it clear it has no interest in giving a fair hearing to these voters' legitimate concerns over the accuracy, security, and fairness of an election tainted by suspicion. No voter in America should be forced to pay thousands of dollars to know if her or his vote was counted. Still, the recount continues, and we will fight to ensure the civil and voting rights of all citizens are protected. We look forward to announcing our next step on Monday, and we will pursue every available remedy to ensure Pennsylvanians can trust what happened in this election. Then Stein pulls off her mask and reveals her lizard face and makes a swirly tongue and talks about ruling the planet with the power of Zulka. Oh wait, sorry, that's actually not in there. My bad. So Stein's kind of batshit nuts. Also, if somebody really wanted to do this recount, there's nobody on the left who could give $1 million. What about the Avengers? I thought they all wanted Hillary to win. Does Robert Downey Jr. not have $1 million? Chris Evans not have $1 million? I mean, if these people really care so much about us getting our right to vote, could Amy Schumer give $1 million from that Barbie money? I'm just saying, I think some of these people have money. I don't know. Didn't Bill Gates just go to the White House to hang out with Obama? Get a medal? Think Bill Gates has $1 million? Google? The state GOP went on to criticize Stein for creating the fear of chaos by making baseless accusations of the hacking of voting machines in Pennsylvania, and insisted that Stein would also now withdraw her scattered recount petitions filled in various locations in the Keystone State. An updated vote count in Pennsylvania did revise Trump's win downward from 71,000 votes to 49,000, but the amount still does not satisfy the 0.5% ratio needed to trigger the state's official recount statute. So here's the thing. If somebody's far enough ahead with votes like that, they don't do recounts. That's why during election night, a lot of us were laughing when they were saying too close to call in some of these states. They weren't too close to call. Once the votes got to a certain number, you just have to call it because there's not enough votes there to overturn it to look that there needs to be a recount. It has to be close enough to consider it that, oh, there's enough votes that this could happen. But Trump won by enough votes. 49,000 is enough that there's not enough votes out there that are going to come in to turn that over. So that's the problem with a lot of these things Jill Stein's doing with this, because it's just not close. There is reports of things like that, but it's not proof that Hillary Clinton won the election, and yet this is ignoring all the voting fraud we hear from the Democratic Party, which is probably why Hillary wasn't doing this, but Jill Stein's doing this. And the Green Party, oh yeah, it's on our platform. Then why weren't you doing this before? It's very suspicious. I'm not being like a conspiracy theorist, but what the hell, Jill Stein? Like, are you not taking your medication? Do you just need something to do? With the recount effort doomed in Pennsylvania, Trump will still have more than the needed 207 electoral votes, even if recounts in Wisconsin and Michigan would both miraculously award them to Hillary Clinton, an eventuality few feel is likely. Even if both Wisconsin and Michigan were to suddenly be thrown into Clinton's column, Trump would still have 280 out of the 270 electoral college votes needed to win the White House. The only hope-filled Green Party candidate Stein had of upsetting the election was to have successful recounts in all three states. Still, recounts in Wisconsin seem already pointless, even after several days of recounting there. Hillary Clinton has picked up a grand total of 2 votes in the Badger State. Well, for those 2 votes out there, I'm glad that you guys know that we spent this money, this millions of dollars, so you guys can know that your votes counted for Hillary Clinton. Go Badger State. We did it. Alright, well, I don't know. Frankenstein is definitely walking because she's brain dead. You know, I don't totally hate Jill Stein. She's kind of fun in a wacky way, like your cool aunt or that teacher that's, you know, maybe did too many psychedelic drugs when she was young. But she's a cool teacher in high school, and you know she'd probably smoke pot with you or something. You know, she doesn't seem like a bad chick to hang out with or anything. But yeah, she just needs to get out of this. This is just more embarrassing for Hillary. You're just making Hillary lose again. I mean, Jesus, a woman has to come help Hillary lose a second time as a woman. I mean, just talk about like just nail in the coffin with a hammer, and the hammer is Donald Trump's penis. I mean, Jesus, this just gives him more shit talk. Like you're just loading his gun to shoot shit talk at you guys. Not good, Jill. You know, this whole thing with the Democrats, this whole thing, they're trying to blame everything, aren't they? They can't look at anything on themselves. There's no identity politics to blame. There's no Hillary Clinton being a bad candidate. There's nothing about Bill Clinton. There's nothing about the hypocrisy, the moral arguments, the Obama administration. The whole argument is it has to be white supremacy. It has to be fake news, right? Because the media is nothing. The mainstream media did nothing wrong during this election. And of course, now it had to be the votes were wrong. There was fraud. The election got rigged. Trump somehow now he's rigged the election, right? And then they spend the money on these recounts, and they're pointless. And then Stein's trying to save this money thing, even though $1 million. If you're willing to throw around that kind of money to prove some kind of point, and then when you can't raise that money, then you're like, well, hey, we shouldn't have to raise this money. Well, you just couldn't get the money because everyone realized it's pointless. I mean, if it was worth the investment, somebody would invest the money, Frankenstein. So you know, at least to me, that makes practical sense, doesn't it? That somebody invest the money if it was worth the time, right? I mean, really. Unless these rich people are greedy and they don't actually want to spend their money. I mean, they don't seem to want to take refugees into their mansions when they talk about everyone having to take refugees in. But they sure as hell ready to come on television and tell you you're a shitty person. So to all these celebrities out there, why don't you quit being moralizing assholes and just do stuff that makes us happy? Even Mark Wahlberg had it right. Mark Wahlberg said something like, these people are out of touch with reality. They don't understand blue collar people have to provide for their family. And he's right. It's weird. I don't even love Marky Mark. Actually, I do kind of love Marky Mark. But he makes a great point. These people are out of touch with people out in the real world on some level. And they think they're more in touch just because, I don't know, people care about what they have to say because they're famous. But that doesn't mean you understand the struggles of everyone out there. That doesn't mean you're right about elections or what's right or wrong or who the right candidate is. We can talk about policy and we can criticize the candidates together, but your lack of willingness to even criticize anyone on your side, but then you get mad, if people don't criticize people on the other side. It just doesn't work out. So maybe you guys should stop that, and maybe you should try to just think that maybe you're not right about everything. Maybe you're not better informed than everyone. Maybe you live in a bubble out in California where you're around a lot of people that say the same thing you do in an echo chamber. I mean, everyone's affected by the place they're living in. You're a celebrity. You go around, you meet people who treat you differently because you're famous. Everyone's nice to you all the time. I mean, fuck off. Seriously, and this goes out to the main, regressive celebrities. This is like the Jessica Chastains, Amy Schumers, the Lena Dunhams. These people are awful when they get on fucking Twitter, and they're always virtue signaling. Paul Feig, oh. So Frankenstein is the politician version of this. She's just trying to be better than everyone and being like, look how morally better I am because I care about the people's vote now. Yay. See, I'm awesome. Trump's not gonna win. Oh shit, he won. It's just annoying people. I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of these fucking assholes always just wasting time and money and convincing people to give them money for useless stuff. They're just trying to take so much money from people who believe in something and they're just being lied to. It's just by these manipulative people that use really serious things like racism or sexism and all that stuff and just try to use them to get people on their side who are affected by those things emotionally, who get triggered. So this is the Patriarchy. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, go fuck yourselves.
Smash it.